Hey guys, what's up? It's Jyoti. I'm just coming in randomly to give my 2 cents about Baddies West episode 9. We're just gonna go into it. It started off in the intro with the girls talking about their pay cut from the last show performance at the club, whatever the show out that they did. Natalie introduces a 20K pay split between 11 people. And all of this was completely unprofessional. Um, it's like they're her dogs or her strippers, and she has like a stack of cash in front of them, talking about like who won it, like how we gonna split it. First of all, why is there 20K between 11 people? Like where's the rest? I'm sure she made much more because she's made tweets about it as well. Like, be honest with how much you actually made. Okay. If it was a bigger cut, then say where the money was allocated and say, like, all right, this is what we have left is the 20K. That's how we're going to split it, yada, yada, yada. But she has no respect for these girls, which they don't even see blatantly, or they probably do after the fact. Or maybe they don't even have any respect for her and they're just trying to get on the show, you know what I'm saying? So I just don't understand how come this wasn't agreed beforehand? Like like what did y'all even sign before you get on the show? If the whole point is getting to the bag, what part of that was constructed in your contract as a prerequisite for payments? Like all of them came unprepared. Every single one of them. And I bet you Zeus knew ahead of time as well that this is what they're going to do. So they get to talking about the 20K, and they're undecided because Rolly's explaining how performers get paid more. Performers meaning Rolly, Krayshawn, Stunner Girl, and Tommy. Those were the performers of that night. And the other girls disagree, like Kat, Lo, and Scotty, because they are not performers. They are uh, what's it like hosts, I guess. They're just showing up because they're a brand themselves. People know them for who they are or where they came from, and that's it. So they think hosts and performers should get paid the same. So a cat was mentioning how everyone has their own rate, because they're all well known and that's how they get paid. Okay, if that was the case, why wasn't that presented, beforehand? Like, what was discussed amongst everyone before they went on the show? Like, how hard did Natalie bullshit y'all? Is what I really want to know. And by the end of it, Tommy was trying to get her point across. She wants to get paid more because she's a special guest or something like that on the flyer. That's how she was presented. And Lo and Kat weren't like, they're trying to explain themselves, and all she kept saying is special guest, my name, it was on it. So that's it, period. So she's acting extra, climbing on the table, taking off her shoes. Of course, nothing happens. So it was just like, being extra for no reason. And I just want to know, like, if her hat was like on inside out or like the tag is supposed to be like that, because that was just distracting me. So eventually, um, they come to a conclusion. The performers will get 2,500 and 1,200 for everyone else. And even DJ Sky got 1,200. She's not even considered a performer, so that was rude. And Lowe's was not happy about that because she said, like, her weed cost a stack, this cost that much, her nails cost $500. Like, girl, like, what are you wearing? Like, double XL nails with like real gold and diamonds? Because I just, what? You must be getting screwed over by your nail tech. And now they girls made their way on the bus, and they're getting ready for the next show that they're supposed to perform at a club. And in the bus, Natalie's chatting about like, oh, like things are going so well about getting paid, and she loves how it's going, and she's bragging about how they should never stop going on their road tour. And she's literally yelling like, make me my money. Like she's pimping the shit out of these girls. And I don't even know if they're getting the clue because it's like she's blatantly saying what she's saying. So if these girls don't know yet, I don't know then. But like these girls are clearly getting used. Do these girls get residuals at all, like from these shows, from this show itself, after it's like the season is done? Are they still getting paid from it? Because I just feel like Natalie has the best deal, because I bet you she does. And I just feel like these girls are getting hella used. So while she's talking about that, Lo's face is always telling. She was not with the shits. She's elevated a lot in my opinion. This was Lo from the original BGC. She was like 23 back then, from Mobile, Alabama. So comparing her to her BGC days, she's calmed down a lot. She's more mature, but she's still not with the shits. She's evolved from her countryside, but she will still be country by nature, as like in her accent or her personal lifestyle. Like I don't know her day to days, but your upbringing is like stuck in your roots. Regardless, I love the growth for her. Is all I'm trying to say. So, anyways, back to the bus. Natalie, she's showing everyone the video of the lineup of the outside of the door of the club that they're going to right now. So Lois states like, all right, so that means that we should be getting paid more. So Natalie, you know what she says? She says she doesn't even know how much they're getting paid, because they're supposedly getting paid per person at the door. So like how will they even have proof of that specifically, That's what I don't understand. So they finally reached the club and they started doing their performances. Krayshawn was not with them the whole time. She finally showed up with her man, Blue Face, I mean. And Rolly started performing. There's a girl in between her and Tommy who was just like getting too close, and the Rolly was telling her to back up because she's trying to perform and shit. And then like some girl came up between who was that? Maybe Natalie and Tommy. And here you go, proof of evidence of Tommy smacking her. Okay. And another incriminating evidence of her smacking the shit out of her again. Okay, just keep that in mind. So this is after the fact. The next day, who we got? Tommy, Natalie, Rolly. They talk about the other night, and now Tommy is stating her facts, quote unquote facts, about the other night and what happened with this girl. So first of all, she thought it was one of the girls from the house because she's so used to getting jumped. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's over it. So she was like defending herself hardcore. So, she did say she was feeling bad, but she still said, she rightfully did it. And that's what happens. So I just showed you those last two screenshots just to show you. She knew it wasn't the girl from any of the girls from the house. It was a fan. So after, her assaulting the girl, Tommy dipped out before the show ended. And Tommy was also mad at DJ Sky because Tommy was trying to perform her set, but her set wasn't working because Sky didn't have her shit together, period. That's it. So freaking Tommy's out here trying to perform a cappella, trying to get the fans to make a beat with their hand. It was embarrassing, but it didn't work out. So then, next scene, the other girls, we got uh, Biggie, Kat, Lo, and Razor talking about the other night as well. And Lo's talking about how it was still unorganized and still unorganized, as in the first performance they had prior to this episode before. It was like crazy. They're all performing like they all have hit singles. It was funny. But anyways, Lo still thinks that they should all get paid the same, not differently. Um, and how the other girls are unorganized. She was talking specifically about DJ Sky, and uh, Biggie was just like, "Oh, like their system is just trash." And Lois said, "Like, nah, like I heard DJ Sky and Natalie talking and saying that she's gonna leave her equipment at home. She's just gonna bring her laptop because the club has their own equipment." And, that's what happens when you depend on other people and they got shitty shit. Like, girl, you had a bus to carry all your shit in. You know what I'm saying? Like, just fucking carry that shit. And anyways, like Lo said she's ready to fire DJ Sky because she can DJ, perform, and host. And it was just like, relax, Lo. Just relax. So then the last two girls start chatting up Krayshawn and Stunna to talk about, what happened and pretty much why people keep ganging up on Stunna. So Rock can relate to this due to last season when, people were picking on her, trying to say she's dirty, this and that. And there was honest times where they should have left Rock alone. And the same way here with Stunna. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe because they're the youngest. And like when you're older, you always want to like chime in because you have a past. You kind of want to relate. But you got to understand, younger people don't give a fuck. Younger people do not want to hear that shit. So sometimes you just need to shut the fuck up and, like talk to yourself out loud. You don't necessarily have to be talking to them. So, anyways, they they both sound like they're in the same place, and they're both doing well. So essentially, these two girls, they both need to focus on their education because when you hear them talk, like it's just like, yo, you know what? Just take off a year and focus on like your studies, whatever you're interested. Focus on a new skill and elevate, your education because technically you already got the money, right? You're already getting the bag. You already because that's all you're bragging about. So let's focus on your intellectual side too, since they are the youngest. Just my 2 cents. So they were also talking about the other girls being hypocrites, such as Stunner fighting all the time. This is what Razor was saying. She's fighting all the time. She shouldn't fight, but yet Razor's out here acting a damn fool every time she drinks. So Rock was encouraging Stunner to get back in the show, get ready for the show, just get lit for the fans, and share the music that they worked so hard doing. And I just wanted to get this in. Shout out to whoever did her makeup because they did her foul for that. Whole face yellow. And her neck and chest is like natural. So, anyways, now these girls, they're getting on the bus because they're going to dinner, all of them together that night. So they get on the bus. Everyone sits at the back except for Stunner Girl. She sits in the front. And for some reason, Biggie still has a problem with Stunner. And Rock is trying to figure out why. Biggie can't explain herself further because she just has no legit reason. She's just like, Biggie was just like wanting to get off the bus. She didn't want to explain herself to get it. It was just like, nobody's stopping for you. So Lo checked her to let her know, like, yo, it's petty and leave it in the past. Just get over it. So after that, Kat tried to tell Tommy some shit about she don't want to be a target, because saying like you can't attack fans. Fans can get you. You know what I'm saying? And like, have y'all not seen the show Swarm? Because Donald just laid it out for y'all. So if you have seen the show Swarm, P.S., I will be going through a theory think piece breakdown per episode. So if you are interested in that, stay tuned. I will be doing that very, very soon because there's just so many think pieces per episode. And yeah, it's just amazing. Anyways, so Tommy wasn't listening at first, but finally she gets it. But she always moves different in the confessionals. So tell me whatever. Now, they're finally at dinner. Stunna, she found out that they were talking about her at the back of the bus. So maybe somebody texted Stunna, like Kat or whatever. So Rock said, it was me. I was addressing shit. I was sticking up for you. Don't worry. So, like, you can tell Stunna is annoyed at every fucking buddy. Stunna wants to be left alone. I want people to leave her alone as well because I am through this whole season, I am not seeing Stunna relaxed. Since day one, this girl has had her guard up because somebody has always had something to say and nobody's giving her a chance to explain herself. They're just trying to confront and embarrass her rather than, just decomposing of it naturally. And it's kind of a sticky situation when this is the first time you meet somebody and you're stuck in confined rooms with them for it to even happen. So I did feel bad. I don't think we got to really figure out who she is. So I truly do believe that Stunna should have a chance at redeeming herself, either it being in the next season, either but I doubt she'll ever want to fuck with Natalie again. But all we're seeing is like this defensive side of her, and I just think it's unfair. So, anyways, um, Rock, she said she was just addressing the shit. She was trying to be the mediator, and Stunna was explaining how everyone just keeps disrespecting her. You know, the problem is this, and this is why. So still, Biggie has a problem with her and she's at the other end of the table. You know what I'm saying? Like, for what reason? I don't know. Biggie's saying Stunna has a stripper dress on. Doesn't want to be associated with her, this, and that. Yo, Tommy came in like a fucking looking like a two-piece bathing suit with some pants on. So what's the difference? So it was very hypocritical. I do think Biggie's being petty as fuck about that. Rock tried to tell her to get over it, saying there's a bigger picture intact, and Stunna stays defending herself because Biggie keeps popping off on the wrong things. And she keeps on saying some slick shit. So it's just annoying at this point. And Stunner was claiming like Biggie apologized to her before and always acting different when the cameras come on. And I just wanted to mention like, and Stunner's confessional, she keeps on rocking these like 18th century corsets. They're very eye catching, and she keeps on rocking Indian bindis. I thought she was like had some type of Indian or African in her, but she just said she's like Black, Mexican, and Samoan. I thought she said Somalian at first, and I was like, but no, she said Samoan. So yeah. Anyways, big up to you for wearing bindis and your corsets. Very nice, denim. And back to the end of the scene. Rock got fed up with the whole situation and with Biggie, and she was just like, "Yo, I'm ready to send you home because you're not trying to kumbaya right now." And Biggie didn't have a problem with that. Biggie said, "No, send her home," pointing at Stunna instead of mouthing off back to Rock, because if it was somebody else, you would have a problem. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're not keeping that same energy. So that was just funny. So Stunny gets annoyed by the whole chit chat of everybody fucking talking about her, and I don't feel bad because I I understand. I don't feel bad for Biggie because I understand Stunna. Is what I'm trying to say. So Stunna's annoyed. She's just like, you know what? When we get home, I can fight you and I can fight Tommy one on one. Just get it over with because like you're not getting along with any of them, and they're not trying to make peace with you. It's always some slick shit. And that was pretty much the end of the scene. Then they showed credits for the next episode, which I will, of course, be dropping my review and recap on. So I sincerely hoped that you guys enjoyed this quick review and recap of Baddies West, episode 9. I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, whatever. Enjoy it. Peace out.